Hi Sanjeev, how are you?
Great, good to see you.
And you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're in December now, and it seems incredible that it was almost 2 months ago that on Light Reading we ran the evaluation report of Cisco's NFVi infrastructure. Incredibly detailed report, and the main conclusion really is that this is ready to go, ready to deploy, and it's all there. What has the reaction been from the industry to that report?
I think so far the feedback has been phenomenal for us, especially with the customers who had not seen the kind of detailed testing that Karsten and Tim did. I think it was very good for them to see even that we can go to this level of testing, because this is one area where there's a lot of noise, I should say, and debate in the industry, and obviously there are different efforts going on in the industry around open source and figuring out what should be there and what should not be there. So the approach and the outcome of that report was great, because people are looking for specific application, they want to go and run it, and now they can start figuring out, hey, I have this much information, how should I mean, it helps them scale down their test efforts. So
it absolutely helps. Yes, it provides somebody else has gone and done a really big job. We've been hearing that at the again at the executive summit, that the kind of independent testing that's being done, that Light Reading is really trying to help with, the EANTC doing, means that they don't have to do as much, and it's really providing a lot of help to the network operators.
And by the way, I mean, we also appreciate the support we get from you guys, as well as Karsten, and because we can't scale to go to we have a vast customer base, and there is no way we can go and prove it to them that everything works, this and that. So this kind of testing also helps us get to the broader reach, and that has been we got feedback from APJ, for example, who have been considering some of these things. They were phenomenal. So after going through the report, so
it
helps us quite a bit as well.
Yeah, because there was a lot of elements, a lot of components to that particular evaluation, wasn't there? There was the vSwitch, there was the applications, there was the management. A lot of really critical stuff. And then you brought your NFVi to the multi-vendor test that the EANTC has just done on behalf of the new IP agency. So, and Cisco was one of 4 NFVIs, and so all credit to you guys for stepping up and bringing it to that test. I think everybody's really taking a good look at the list of companies who are walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So great stuff there. So how do you, how important do you think this independent multi-vendor test evaluation program is?
It's extremely important. It's extremely important for the overall industry, especially around, because this is the independent aspect of interoperability, because I think you are the one who said it in the one of the session there where you were talking about that you could do it within your own ecosystem, and we do it, right? We do it with our customers also ask us. But having a pure independent, even we learn extremely from that kind of testing, and we can give that feedback back to our engineering teams of where we need to improve and so forth. So I think the concept of NIA and how we have started on that journey, we are fully supportive of that, and it's fantastic. I mean, the report which came out, which we were one of the NFVi vendor, as well as we provided a couple of VNFs, which was tested across various different, which we without this kind of test, we would have never got an opportunity unless a customer puts that kind of a test bed. So it's good to, especially within the virtualization environment, and plus the industry is in such a big transition. This kind of things of walking the talk, like you say, helps everybody, vendors as well as helps the customers.
Yeah, because everybody's under, the one thing you cannot buy is more time.
Exactly.
So this is helping out. We've been hearing from many service providers, obviously, who we can't name because it's a closed door summit here, but service providers here have been talking about how this is going to help them to condense the time taken in terms of doing certain evaluations. How do you see things progressing in 2016 then? What's the next step for the virtualization sector in general, and what's the next step for you guys at Cisco?
Yeah, so I mean, overall from an industry perspective, I think the journey continues in 2016. You know, there are some of the folks in the operator environment who have already started deploying virtualization. They are going to the next step, scaling the solutions.
Right.
Because as you can imagine, most of the virtualization solutions started from smaller pilots, smaller proof of concepts, and now they are scaling it. It's a very similar DevOps kind of a model and so forth. So for us, we will continue to support and grow our virtual network function portfolio. We already have over 100. We're going to continue to grow that. We will focus more around the aspects of what we have been testing with you guys around performance, making sure that we can come out with new solutions and approach from an integration perspective. That's some of the key focus around, you know, how we can make the infrastructure relevant to the cloud. Because look, there's been a lot of discussion about the value of infrastructure as things start moving to the cloud, and how can operators differentiate themselves.
Right.
So we will be building tools, we'll be building programs to allow them to, you know, not only differentiate themselves, but allow them to innovate much faster than what they have been able to.
Yeah, that's going to be a key thing. And also learning from customers. I think that's where a lot of the innovation is going to come from. Excellent. Well, Sanjeev, we talked a lot about NFVi, so I just want to say BFN. Bye, bye for now. Good talking to you.
Thank you. Yeah.